How's it going, guys? It's Mike here. Alright, cool. Today we've got my Spire. I've repackaged my Spire again for you guys. So we're just going to do an unboxing video so you guys know exactly what's inside of it. And yeah, we'll go right through the loader itself. Okay, so let's just unbox it. Okay, it comes in a nice little showcase box. You get obviously the Spire. So we'll just dump that there. Alright, and then you get this little leaflet. It's like an envelope type thing. And in here you get a Virtue sticker. Alright, then you get a register with Virtue, so bloatware. You get the full color manual. I think it's awesome. This thing has everything. It tells you absolutely everything, especially with the board modes and all that as well. So if you want to try change settings, you'll definitely find it in the manual itself. Alright, so now let's just go right into the loader. This is the loader itself. It comes with the normal lid. Okay, I've been using this loader for about a year now, and I think it's awesome. You know, like from the day of purchase, I've dumped in 3 AAAs, and that thing's lasted me until I think maybe 4 months until I actually changed them again. The battery indicator flickers yellow, but that doesn't mean that you have to change them straight away. You can still use them for about another 3-4 weeks before they actually give out troubles. Then the initial loader itself, this thing never jams. I've never had a jam on this thing, and I hope it stays that way. A lot of people have moaned about a couple of things, which I'll cover out later in the video, but to me personally, I think this thing's the best loader in the world. I came from a rotor, and this is definitely taking its place, and I don't think I'm going to move anytime soon. Alright, so the next thing we're going to talk about are... Sorry guys, I got my scripts here. Alright, the build quality. The overall build quality is kind of like the rotor, the plastic. If you feel the shell itself and everything, the plastic is the exact same plastic that they use on the rotor. It's like that rough matte plastic, so you can literally drop and kick it around, and then this thing will still last. There were videos on it when they first released it with them shooting it with a shotgun and all that type of stuff, and there's bullets done, the actual pellets don't go right through the shell or anything, and it's still usable. There was another thing though that does break, is this back plate. I've only seen one of the teammates break it, but I don't know how he managed to do it, but yeah, just be careful, that thing might be able to break. But I'll cover some other stuff as well in case that does happen. Next thing is capacity. This is a true 200 ball capacity, guys, so you can literally put in ball for ball for ball, and that's going to be full 200 balls. So coming from a rotor, I mean, I didn't actually do a test on how many balls the rotor does, but I know this is true 200 balls, so you can literally put in 200 balls and it's going to be 200 balls. The next thing is ease of maintenance. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically bring the camera in closer, and then I'm going to open it up and strip it up for you guys. I'll also show you how to actually replace the actual lid itself with the speed feed, and also I'll show you how to install the speed ramp or the spring ramp. Alright guys, here you go, we're back. Okay, so basically I'm going to show you how to actually unravel this thing. Sorry, I'm going right through this at a pace. The last video we recorded was like 30 minutes. Okay, so basically there's a lock mechanism over here right at the back. There's a sliding mechanism. You can push it back and forth. If you slide it down like this is in the lock position. You can't press anything in. If you slide it up there, then you should be able to press the button right in. It kind of like slots in. So what you're going to do is it's going to come out this way, and you're going to slide it in so that the button goes down. Alright, once you press the button down, you should be able to tug forward and lift up, and this lid comes right off. Alright, so that's the lid off. Alright, next thing, you're going to see the internals of the shell. Then you're going to have a tab here on the inside. It's a black tab on the white base. So basically what you're going to do is you hold on to the tab. Alright, you can lift it forward, so you can pull it towards you, or pull it towards you, or pull it away from you, depending on which way you're looking. pull it away from you, and then just lift up. That releases the whole base of it all. The whole base of it all. Sorry. Okay, and then basically that's it, guys. I mean, it's just the shell. It's an empty shell here, and then you have the initial white base. This is the whole tray, and then you have your lid. So that's basically it. So whenever it's time to clean, sorry about this. This is the spring wrap. I'll show you how to install that now. Okay, so this is basically what it comes with. It doesn't come with the spring wrap. The spring wrap is a separate purchase. But yeah, now I'll speak with the accessories now. Okay, so this is basically the core of the whole thing. There's the battery pack, G sensor, and just this tray of itself. Usually you don't need to. You don't have to take out the Spire to clean anything out. You should be able to get most of your stuff there. But if you really do have to, you literally just grip and tug. Get a cloth or something just so that you get grip, and you just tug it out. And that's your Spire. Alright, so this thing's under spring tension, so basically what it does is, as soon as a ball hits a point and it picks up as a jam, then what it does is the spring tension pushes the thing down, and then it goes underneath the ball and pops the ball that's jamming right out and starts feeding the rest of the other balls. So it's a really, really basic mechanism, but it works pretty well. As I said, this thing hasn't jammed on me since. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to do, what you're going to do is when you take this thing out, all you need to do to clean it is you take a rag and you just wipe off the stuff. You don't even have to wet anything, just wipe off the stuff and just clean off any excess residue and stuff like that. The main pain in the ass to actually clean this thing is over here within the actual feed neck. So basically the balls run through here and they come out here right into the actual feed neck itself. So as you see there, it's all closed up. So if you have bulky gorilla fingers, you're going to struggle a bit to actually clean right in between this gap over here. So what usually I do is I take a cloth, wrap a microfiber around my pinky, and just shove and jam it right in there, and that usually cleans out everything else. Otherwise, you can take off the whole tray. There's a couple of screws over here, Phillips screws, and you just unscrew it, and you should be able to clean out that actual panel over there. Other than that, that's it, guys. I mean, it's simple, it's easy to clean, everything. So, and the thing is, it looks like a boat. I mean, the shell here, you can literally dump it into water, and yeah, it'll just float around in there, and then you just rinse it out. Dry it off, obviously, afterwards, but yeah, that's it. Alright, next thing is... Alright, basically, let's talk accessories. Okay, accessory wise, I've got my speed over here. This is the SF version of the crown. They released like these stupid little plasticky ones earlier on when they first released the Spires. Those ones didn't work very well, so just stay away from those. Don't think you'll actually get them anymore. Alright, but anyways, this is the SF version of the speed feed. The SF stands for spring finger, so basically it just means that it's a very light activation to actually get the balls in. So one way in, no way out. That's basically the whole concept. And it works very well. It works very, very well. The thing is, as soon as you put balls in, nothing's going to come out because it's just held in solidly. Not like the Spire, the HK Epic loaders, Epic speed feeds, and the KM speed feeds, where as soon as you break, you might lose maybe about 10 balls or so, or maybe even 5 or less. I'm just estimating. Alright, so to get everything back together again, here's another accessory, is the spring wrap. The reason why you get the spring wrap is if you were like me and you had the problem where balls sat in the tip of your nose, maybe about 10-20 balls sat at the tip of your nose, and those balls just didn't want to load. So what you do is you tilt your gun back, and all the balls would finally roll to the front, and then they would actually load. But I mean, that's 20 shots that you lose out on. And then you think, whilst in game, I mean, you're not going to think about, okay, no, I'm going to tilt my gun back, and that's 1 second you lose on a leg. So the spring ramp solves this problem. The spring ramp basically is like the rotor, that little ramp at the back of a rotor, that basically is the exact same thing except that it's an extra purchase that you have to buy. To install this thing, I think I got the spring ramp for about 150 bucks at Blades and Triggers. Don't know how much they're going to cost now or when you actually watch this video, but they're pretty cheap. I mean, if you're going to get a Spire, you're going to spend the money on the Spire, you might as well get one of these things. I have had people say that they haven't had the problems before, but I mean, for me personally, and I mean, I dive around a lot, and the fact that I'm getting the problem, I'd rather invest in the 150 bucks and make sure I don't get that issue. Alright, so to install the spring ramp, there's a little spring here right at the tip, right at the edge of it. Make sure that that is always facing the base. So it must be, if you're putting the faceplate down, it must be behind the actual white base. So as you see, the holes are already drilled there for you or milled there for you. All you do is you slide the little pegs into the holes, slide it all the way forward, and you just press down. There you go, that's the spring ramp installed. Alright, and as I said, this thing works like a bomb. I haven't had that little ball issue in the front, in the tip of the nose ever since I installed the thing. And yeah, no, I really think it's a value orientated upgrade. Alright, next thing, I'm going to install the Spire back. Yeah, basically these little spines are flexible, so you can literally just jam them in there and they'll fit right in. Press down, it clicks. That means the thing's in now. Alright, the next thing is we're going to slide the base back into the shell. Nose first, right in, and you just press down. It clicks into place, that's it. Alright, next thing is the actual speed feed. Alright, speed feed, you're going to make sure the little notch over here in the front lines up with this notch over here. Once you've got it in, just press down. Clicks into place, that's it. Alright, and then obviously, and then lock your Spire. Alright, and that's it. That's it, guys. I mean, it's a three-way mechanism, and it works like a bomb. I mean, I can strip this thing probably as quick as I can strip a rotor. But okay, the other accessories that do come out with this thing is, I know later on next year you're going to be able to get color kits. So this little black line over here, I got the plain black one. I'm not a big fan of colors much, but I thought maybe let's just get the thing just so that I can blend it with whatever gun I have. Alright, so you can get the color kit for this little rail over here, the side strip. Obviously you're going to have to buy a new speed feed if you want a new color on that, and the back plate will also change in color. Alright, and yeah, that's about it. There's no other real accessories for it, no real upgrades for it. Yeah, and that's about it. That covers about it, eh? Alright, I'm going to bring the camera back up, and then yeah, we'll start talking about the other cons about it, problems with it. Alright guys, so as I spoke about, as I did the unstripping, or the stripping video, I spoke about accessories and all that. So I've covered up pretty much all of them, eh? I mean, you've got the speed feed, you've got the spring ramp. Oh, I forgot the 260 shell. You get a 260 shell. So as the Spire comes in the box, you get the regular 200 shell. Alright, so that's true 200 capacity, and that's 200 balls, you know. So basically, if you get the 200 shell upgrade, the only thing that pops out or that changes much, it doesn't change in profile much. It might raise it a little bit, but the only things that really do change is all these little indents over here. They bulge out, so it becomes like, it looks like a proper boat, or it looks like a croc, except with without all the holes. So that bulges out, and that stores that extra 60 balls. And the back players in the team, they say it really makes a difference. So maybe that's also something you might want to look into. Right, and that's about it. Yeah, the speed feed to, you know you had that problem back in the rotor days when, or back when you have a rotor with the speed feed, your fingers would tuck in, and then that would block out a lot of space when you're actually filling in pods. And there was no way for you to actually open it up and like fill it up to the point where it's like, okay, no, this is definitely full, without those stupid fingers being in the way. So what Virtue has done to actually solve this issue is they've made it so that this little speed feed over here actually can come off. So what you can do, there's a tab in the middle here, and you just shove your finger in and you unhook it, and it lifts open like a lid. So I mean, from here, you just take as many pods as you want, and you just dump in all the pods, and then fill it up to the brink full, and then you just close it again, and then you have freaking 200 balls full in without that problem with these fingers pushing down and blocking off space that you would have used up for maybe 2-3 extra balls. But I mean, what's 3 extra balls? I mean, you got the full pod back on. But it's just something that might be nice. So it's just something that would be nice in that sense. Alright, the next thing is, yeah, that basically covers up all our accessories. Alright, now basically, unfortunately, as many great things come to an end, this thing does have some flaws. Alright, so I've gotten a couple of things, I've read through some posts, and people I've grabbed the most things that people are complaining about. So the first thing is pulsating. Alright, when they mean by pulsating is as soon as you turn on the loader, okay, you'll hear like a funny little pulsating motion. Like basically what it is, it's a Spire. It doesn't pick up any ball tension. So basically what it does is just constantly trying to push balls to fill up that ball tension to the correct setting that you have it set on. And as soon as it hits that setting, it stops the pulsation. So it doesn't always do this. So as soon as I stop it and it gets that ball tension, then it stops. It doesn't do anything until you actually fire. So as soon as you fire, then it starts going again. So when people are talking about pulsating loaders, yes, there was a problem with earlier batches. That was like 0.6 something boards or something like that. But with all the new boards with like 0.7 boards, they've given you that option to actually change whatever settings you want. So if you have a look in the manual, it's on page 6 of the manual. It tells you exactly how to get into the actual programming mode of the board and how, what the colors mean. So I'll show you quickly how to actually get into the actual programming mode. If you have a look here, you'll see the white light. So if I turn it on, you'll see that LED. This LED isn't actually just an LED, it's actually a button. So what you're going to do to actually get into programming mode is hold down that LED, alright, and then switch it on. As soon as you switch it on, let go of the LED. It starts flashing all the other colors that it wants to, and now you're in programming mode. So this is where you want to check your manual and what setting you want to do. So I did have the pulsating problem in the beginning, but after tweaking and modifying the settings a bit, it stopped for me completely. So I have no pulsating issues. So the pulsating, to fix that issue, you're going to want to go to drive pressure, which is yellow in the manual. You have 5 settings, the default is 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to press the LED again until you hit yellow. So that was pink on the beginning, now it's green, I press it again, now it's blue, red, yellow. Okay, now this is the setting I want to be on. Now what you're going to do to actually set it is you're going to hold it down, it's going to beep, and it's going to blink the amount of times you want it to be. Alright? But you only have a 10-second window to actually do this. So you're going to hold it down, press it once, and then it's going to save the setting. Alright? And then it's going to blink right all through all the lights again, and that means it's saved your setting. Alright? So once you're done, just switch it off, switch it back on again, and then that's it. Alright? So it's really simple, guys. I mean, it's just a matter of, instead of going on forums complaining about one issue, just fix it. So that's how you fix the pulsating issue. Now the next thing is balls feeding. Oh, okay. So we have a famous story within the team where the Spire managed to feed a triangular ball. I mean, a ball that looked like this, you know, and it fed into it fed, and it went right through the feed neck, but it got stuck in the feed neck. So the marker didn't want to fire because there was no balls coming in, and the player didn't know what to do because the thing is, hey, I mean, the loader's on, it's not jamming, the marker's not firing, so you know, what can you do? So afterwards, the guy took it off, or the player took it off, and we discovered that this ball was jammed in the frickin' feed neck, And yeah, no. So I think it's more of a matter of paint, guys. If you look at what you're actually shooting, then that should solve that issue. Yes, it is also a problem, but these are more of a matter of I'll give you problems and this is how you fix it type of thing. Okay, so that's the balls feeding, not feeding. Alright, so basically just watch your paint. That's basically what it is. I did mention the hard to clean areas. I showed you as well. There was that little tunnel or the piece that goes between the actual Spire motor and to the feed net. That piece is a pain in the ass to clean out. But as I said, I take a microfiber, take a microfiber, wrap it around my pinky, and just shove it and rub it around there, and that cleans out all the residue in there. So you should be safe there. The next thing is, yeah, the lock button. Okay, this is, unfortunately, I can't help you with this one. For some odd reason, okay, Virtue designed the lock system so that it locks. But the problem being is, it doesn't ever lock, because I can go lock it now, go on a game, and then this thing will be unlocked again. Alright, but the thing is, it won't pop off, so your actual speed feed won't pop off, but what it's going to do is, it just becomes a pain in the ass to actually lock and unlock the whole thing. So the thing is never locked. So that's also one thing, but as I said, it doesn't affect the actual speed feed popping off. The next thing is, yeah, balls hanging in the tip of the nose. As I said, the spring ram fixes that issue. And the last thing is basic colors, guys. So basically you only have a basic color of black and white. The base, so all the shell is white or black, and then the rest of it is, so like the rim and the actual lid and the back plate here, those are the different colors. So if you're coming from a rotor, you're not going to have those awesome colors with the entire shell like they do. But it's something that you're going to have to just get used to. There are going to be color kits coming out, so you should be able to mix and match as you please later on. But unfortunately, that's what you're going to have to be living with. But yeah, no, that basically covers it, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you want anything changed. Yeah, subscribe. Cheers, guys.